South African hip-hop has some of the most talented rappers on the continent. From Cassper filling up stadiums, to Emtee breaking records, to Mzansi putting SA on a global stage.
Oh my God, I can't. I just can't. Like, listen, I'm saying all this respectfully because I know he got a.
But here is the brutal reality though. Most South African rappers don't stay relevant for long. One day, they are the hottest thing in the country. The next, forgotten, clowned on social medias, or begging for another hit. Why does this keep happening? Today, we are breaking down the real reason SA rappers can't stay on the top. South Africa loves an underdog. When rappers come out of nowhere with a street anthem, people rally behind them. Think of Cassper Nyovest and Emtee's Roll Up, Blxckie's Big Time Slapper. These songs didn't just trend, they shifted the culture. And not forgetting Mzansi's Juice Bag. But here is the problem though. Once the hype fades, so does the support. Fans who once screamed your name are suddenly saying you fell off. It's like South African hip-hop doesn't allow rappers to grow. You are either hot or you are finished. Social media is both the best and the worst thing for rappers. It can turn you into a star overnight, but it can also bury your career in 24 hours. One wrong tweet, one flop single, and you are trending for the wrong reasons. Cassper was once dragged for flexing way too much.
Change this guy here. Hey, now I feel like a real rapper. Hey, when I did something, I did shop at a lot. Dear chief. I feel like a real rapper now. You know? I don't lie. In South Africa, no one is coming with a chain game like me.
Emtee was once memed for going live drunk and high.
You sleeping on your mama couch. I'm working, nigga. This shit right here is fun, and I get paid for it. You sitting on your mama couch. Know what I'm saying?
Blxckie was once clowned for sounding the same, while Mzansi was once dragged for sounding more like Americans than Africans. The internet doesn't forgive, it screenshots. And once you are a meme, it's hard to come back from that. In hip-hop, there's always a new wave ready to replace you. Mzansi came in and suddenly Cassper looked outdated. Then Blxckie came in and suddenly people said A-Reece was too quiet. Now we've got underground rappers like Tshikane, and Kindliness pulling crazy online numbers. The cycle is brutal. South Africa doesn't let artists breathe. The moment a new wave pops up, the old one is declared dead. And guess what? The fans actually fueled it. The truth is, the SA music industry is broken. Labels don't invest in long-term careers. Once an artist cools down, the money stops. The radio stations, they'd rather play amapiano now. And hip-hop, well, it's treated like a side genre unless someone drops a massive hit. Even awards don't hold weight anymore. So when a rapper isn't hot, the industry basically abandons them. No wonder so many rappers struggle to stay relevant. Other rappers go to states and come back whack cause they're trying to sound more American than South African. They forget about their own hip-hop culture. And fans, well, they forget about you too. And then the beefs. Instead of building legacies, rappers spend years beefing. Cassper vs AKA, A-Reece vs Mzansi. Yes, they gave us some of the most iconic moments, but they also distracted them from giving us good music. Emtee vs everyone on Twitter or X. It made more headlines than his actual albums. Even Blxckie has been pulled into online fights. In South Africa, beefs trend longer than the music itself. And when people know you more for drama than hits, that's how you lose relevance. Another reason rappers fade so quickly is because South African fans are too spoiled. Amapiano is dominating globally. Afrobeat is everywhere. So if your sound doesn't evolve, fans simply move on. And unlike the US, where old rappers can still sell out tours, here in South Africa, once fans decide you are irrelevant, that's it. There's no second chance unless you reinvent yourself completely. Which is why only a handful of rappers, Nasty C, A-Reece, managed to stay respected even without constant hits. At the end of the day, the South African music scene is both a blessing and a curse. It creates stars faster than anywhere else, but it also kills careers just as fast. The truth is, rappers don't just struggle with music, they struggle with an audience that's always hungry for the next big thing. And in Mzansi, staying relevant might just be harder than becoming famous at the first place.
Problem in hip-hop, you know, and like just the mere fact that we have an issue with a South African rapper just doing another genre, but we've been doing Kwaito our whole careers as South African hip-hop rappers. Like when Kwesta does a Kwaito song, it's not a conversation.
It actually is from hip-hop niggas.
Right, okay, fine, cool. So in those spaces, those are the conversations I think I tapped out of when I did it, the Reason thing, because the Reason thing would make Reason, or rather hip-hop, in hip-hop, you would look at Reason as nothing in this era. Like artists like Reason don't survive in this era. There's no label signing an artist like Reason. There's no artist right now who wants to talk to people the way Reason was talking to them. And that's because in the culture, sure, it's like that. But when I listen to Soch Plata, I'm like, okay, my people want to talk. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, okay, that side, okay, there's something happening there. There's a conversation that's happening there. You understand? And I keep bringing everybody back to the fact that Piano's the one that's taking me out of hip-hop. And outside of hip-hop, there's a need for these conversations, and none of us are having it.
Thing is, ngamachita, our hip-hop, they think Uguti, it's gonna be yibo until, you understand?
Yeah.
They don't think it's 2 years, 3 years down the line, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
Same as this Puruban out there. So they kept yonke into by vale.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
You imagine te balusale or te bakawata. You understand?
Uban.
Bafunu popa bota. You understand?
Yeah.
They never went like Utazin. Atizame into
But there's a point. You see, in that case, I agree.
Yeah.
As a hip hop, they move as a crowd.
Okay.
So if you're not with this certain crowd, you're not making money. So as a piano as long as we're about to shine number, ungahlangana no Alex.
Yeah.
Nibangeke.